Hey guys, Jay's back, and I've been away from YouTube for a little while. What had happened is, finally had my credit fixed enough to get a house. Go to get the loan for the house, and apparently something came up on my Equifax as identity theft. So now I gotta deal with all that. So my tank was neglected for a while because I was anxious about moving, and I was excited, and well, it just didn't happen yet. So it's gonna be a little while yet until I get everything fixed again. Just my luck. So I did a little bit of work on the tank today. Matter of fact, I started getting this back in order a couple weeks ago. I came in, water level was down to like here. The Kambamba was so thick in here that you couldn't see anything. It just took over. So I had to trim a lot of that back. I took all the good pieces, you know, replanted it and whatnot. But today I came in here. Well, last night I came in here and I was looking around. Took notice that my CO2 wasn't working. The tank's not even close to being empty. It's just that the solenoid, the spring, doesn't like to compress all the way, so it's not, the magnets aren't pulling the fuck, or it's a hassle. But anyway, I got that fixed, and I was just watching that Corey dig in there. He found himself a little cavey area. But anywho, so as you can see, a couple days of me not trimming, it's taking over again already. I have to thin the water wisteria out a little bit, make that a little bit bushier again, because it wasn't getting the CO2 that I was used to, so it was starting to die back, and hassles upon hassles upon hassles. But as you can see, I don't have that big piece of wood sticking up out here anymore. Today, well, yesterday I came in, and because of my not trimming, the Java moss was completely lifting off of the wood. Like, it was like literally like an even sheet. So it lifted off. There was a bunch of dead stuff underneath, so I peeled it off. Of course, there was a bunch of shrimp in it, so I took one of my egg crate diffusers, pulled it out, laid it out, picked out as much shrimp and snails as I could, dropped them back in the tank, and I was going to take that piece of wood completely out of the tank. Well, as I'm fiddling with it, it kind of fell over, and I'm like, you know what, I kind of like that. It gives a little bit more shaded area for some of the other fish. You know, little nookie hidey holes, which they're already finding everywhere. So I took the sheet of Java moss, which each one of these pieces are about as big as my hand, and I also took the Anubias nanji, which I had growing back in here, which you could never see. So I took some of the Java moss here, which it's still a little brown, but tied that fast, tied this to the wood. Then I started cutting the Java moss into sheets, because I'm like, oh, well, I'll sell some to my viewers in sheets or something like that. Well, I laid a piece here. These are just laid here. They're not even fastened. Laid a piece here. Laid a piece back in here. Laid a piece on these rocks right here. Well, actually, this is two pieces. As you can see, there's actually some dwarf hair grass growing out of that. So hopefully that will also fill in there too. That would actually look kind of cool. And hopefully the Java moss will actually grow up onto the wood and stuff. That would look really cool. Place this back on here. I only do this because the glare it creates when I don't have those woods on when doing a video, it's ridiculous. I put a lot of the Kambamba back here, which I think looks really nice, mixed in with the water wisteria. And I still have Jungle Val in here, and hopefully you guys can help me with this. I can't figure out why. I had 3 decent pieces of it. One of them had completely died off. But as you can see back in there, you can see it's growing. However, it also spread all the way around over here, which awesome. You know, I want to do like a wall of it. See if I can't see it from the top. But I mean, it spread all the way around. The problem is it's not growing up, which I don't understand why. So if anybody could chime in on that, find out maybe what's going on. I mean, it's spreading like wildfire. So it's propagating perfectly fine. It's just not growing upwards. I'm not sure if I have too high of intensity of lights or if it's not getting enough nutrients, which it should be getting plenty of nutrients from the dirt. So I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, it is propagating. Hell, I should probably just use it as a foreground plant. Matter of fact, you can really see it. And these 2 pieces were over here. So it spread all the way around to this side and probably going to keep spreading out this way. Which is not a big deal. Like I said, I want a wall of jungle val there. That'd look really awesome. So if you guys can figure out, you know, why that's doing that, please let me know in the comments. It would be a big help. I'm not sure if I've already gone over fish loss or not. I have lost some fish during my neglect of this tank. Water perimeters were perfectly fine, so I don't know why a lot of them died. I know why one died. The wet red-wag platy that I had that had the tumor in its back tail finally passed. I lost one of those. I lost all except for one female, which is hiding in there, of my nebulous steel guppies. I'm hoping that she's holding some viable eggs. And I lost one of the yellow glowfish, which that's probably old age. That thing's been around for like 3 to 4 years. So I don't know why I lost fish. I mean, I didn't lose any of the angels, didn't lose any of the tetras. I almost lost the tetra. It had bloat really bad. It was pine coned, and I just left him in the tank. You know, I changed up a different feeding diet, and he seemed to have gotten better. So that's a good thing. I still have all my Faruella catfish, all 4 of them, which I do have one definitely confirmed male. He has the whiskers coming off of his nosal appendage. Nostrum, however you say it. So, I mean, all in all, everybody else is doing perfectly fine. I don't know. I think I know why I lost the guppies. This room gets extremely hot during the summer, especially when it's been like 100 and some degrees outside. And the kids took my circulation fan, and I didn't know it for almost a month. So I think that's why I lost a lot of the guppies. I did have a nice breeding colony of them in here, but matter of fact, there's one of the Faruella catfish right now. And I just recently saw all 4 of them. But I mean, all the fish in here are doing amazing. I just saw some spawning activity out of my rainbow fish. They were doing their whole mating thing. So hopefully, with how thick this forest in here is getting, that if they do hatch, they'll be able to survive. The angelfish seem to be staying over there right now. Maybe getting ready to lay more eggs. Heck, when the water level was actually starting to get low, they had a clutch of eggs back here on the hostifolia. So, but all in all, everybody's doing well, and well, everybody else. and I'm excited to add more fish into here. I'm thinking about turning this into, well, it's kind of too late now with how many plants I have in here. But the normal temperature of this tank's usually around 80, 82, which is kind of a high temperature, but everybody in here seems to be doing well. I also attribute some of that to losing some of the nebulous steel guppies, but then again, like I said, it was getting like 100 degrees outside and somebody took my circulation fan. I'm thinking about getting some snakeskin discus for in here. I think they would do really well. The angels are doing really well, and they pretty much come from, you know, the same water area. I understand that, you know, they're captive bred, but also so's the discus, so they should be able to survive with no problem. Also, I want to get my German blue rams again. I miss those guys. But, alright, that's what I got for you so far today, and hopefully you don't have to wait, you know, forever for my next video. So, alright, later on, guys.